This movie takes so much out of you emotionally. Coming into the fall season, Hamnet was one of the more buzzier movies. It was poised to be a big Oscar contender. It premiered at all the festivals and to rave reviews, people calling it just emotionally devastating and career best work from Jessie Buckley. And so immediately I hear those things and I'm like, I have to see that movie. And coming out of it, it deserves all the praise. It is so grueling. It's an emotionally grueling experience, but it is so well done. I think the most notable thing for me, and the thing that I would kind of just say point blank, is that this movie takes a lot out of you emotionally. It really brings the tears, and there was not a dry eye in my screening. In fact, the person next to me was audibly weeping. And for me, I know that it really caught me off guard. Like sometimes when I'm watching a movie, I know when I feel like I'm about to cry. I feel like I'm getting really emotional. I'm really wrapped up in it. And there are movies that will obviously like really try to take it out of you. With Hamnet, it kind of just does it seamlessly. In fact, there are a couple moments where the audio will just cut and usually like a loud score will come on and then you're getting emotional, which those moments definitely work sometimes. But with Hamnet, it's raw, it's uncut. It is simply, there is one moment where Jessie Buckley is just letting it all go. And it is ingrained in my brain. And then there's another moment. The one moment that really got me is a callback to something earlier in the movie involving Hawk. And that's all I'll say. And I'm thinking about it right now and it's bringing me chills. I just felt such a rush of emotions, and there were like multiple moments where I was head to toe, body chills everywhere. And I was unexpectedly getting extremely like teary-eyed. It's very moving. There are already some people that are calling it too emotional and kind of just like forcefully trying to make you feel so depressed, which I can understand. You know, everyone's going to have a different experience with the movie. But I know for me, I found it to be extremely well done. This is Chloe Zhao's one of her best directorial efforts. I saw Nomadland probably 5 years ago and I thought it was great. I loved it. But here, I think that because she just allows the scenes to breathe and really get you feeling all the feels, you're right there with this family going through this tragedy. Sometimes that just allows to be the most effective, emotionally moving movies. The first little chunk of this movie is classic love story. It's Shakespeare falling in love with Agnes, his wife, and the rest of it is just tragedy, familial tragedy, and you're in the depths of such grief. It's beautifully shot. In fact, I'd say it's one of the most gorgeous looking films of the year. Like seeing it, and I saw it in Dolby, and it looks phenomenal on the big screen. The sets are extremely immersive, and the score, which does borrow a famous track, that being On the Nature of Daylight. When it's one of those tracks that like when you hear it, you're like, I've heard that before. It's been in countless movies, Arrival, notably, I would say. But Max Richter, who did originally write and produce that track, he does compose this film. And its craft, it's so well done. But especially the performances here, those are probably the things that people are going to be talking about the most. Jessie Buckley is astonishingly good here. There are a handful of moments that are like Oscar clip worthy. It's raw, it's stripped back, it's just an actor sinking into a role, and those performances are some of the best work that you can find out of any actor. It's career best work, and then alongside her is Paul Mescal, who I feel like my personal career best favorite work from him is Normal People. It's gonna be hard to top that, but he is great here too, especially as this father who feels so upset that he couldn't do more to help than he was absent for what goes on in the movie. He takes his absence into crafting one of the most famous stories in all of literature. Especially in the final moments of the movie, you see, especially as someone like me, like I don't know the prior source material. I did not read it in school. So I went into the story blind. I didn't know much of the story beats aside from like what people had been talking about on Twitter. But now I know why it's such a moving story, that being the classic tale of Hamlet. And I think the movie just does such a good job at portraying how this is someone taking all of their grief and crafting it into their art. And that is and goes for the most emotional stories, coming from a place of genuine, real emotion. And then on the flip side, you have Agnes experiencing that, Jessie Buckley's character, and it's devastating. But the performance that caught me off guard completely was Jacoby Jupe, who plays the titular Hamnet. This is a kid going up against two of the like most star talents today, and he damn near outacts them. He does so much with his limited time, and I'm extremely impressed by his ability to convey so much emotion visually. The Jupe family, well, I don't know what's going on there, but they are producing talent after talent. He's the younger brother of Noah Jupe, who has become a familiar face now. Noah Jupe was also in the movie. He plays Hamlet. It's incredible. They are great in this movie. So good. Plus the sets are so immersive, the production, you are taken back to this time period. I also found this movie to be very engaging overall, and I was kind of surprised by that because with such an emotionally grueling experience, I would think that potentially I would feel like I need a breather here. And yeah, I have left the movie theater, I felt like I needed a breather. I was just so swept up in it throughout and really engaged, and I think that that's big plus. It's very heavy and it takes a lot out of you. Definitely be sure to know that going into it if you don't already. But it's so moving and extremely well done, and just across the board one of the best of the year in terms of its acting, its storytelling, the writing, the emotion that you feel watching it. Beautifully shot and immersive set design. There were a handful of moments that I was genuinely left with chills from head to toe. I'm extremely impressed by this film. I'm gonna give Hamnet an A-, and I would highly recommend seeing this one in the theater if you're up for it. I say if you're up for it because I know that not many people are going to be extremely eager to go see such a heavy, depressing film, but don't let that scare you. I think that it's such a moving experience and one that is going to strike such an emotional chord with so many people. If you've seen Hamnet, be sure to leave your thoughts on it down below in the comments. I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and if you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, look forward to more content coming soon. My name is Ben, people call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.